Welcome along to the shoutiest segment on Irish radio. It's the scintillating, it's the stupefying, it is the splendido crappy quiz. Every Friday we pit three of team off the ball up against one another in our no-holds-barred quiz of sporting factoids at the end of the week. Allow me to welcome today's contestants. Our first contestant today enjoyed being at the Aviva Stadium last weekend, but not that much. Ireland were pretty great, but not that great. Despite what was happening in front of his eyes, he couldn't help but think, how would this Ireland team get on against possibly the greatest team in any sport ever? Indeed, we all had the thought, how would Ireland get on against the Pro 14 champions of 2017? Give it up for Adrian, who's your daddy Barry?
Did we not see how they would get on against the greatest team of all time? It was Leinster in a green jersey, essentially. So,
The disrespect to the rest of us, the four proud provinces of no one, it turns out.
I was actually expecting you because I posted the picture I posted before the show. Tommy, good man, nodding there. You're with me here. I posted that exact wording absolutely deliberately.
Oh, did you? I didn't actually see your Twitter.
I didn't bite, Adrian.
I was expecting some sort of a nibble there, Tommy, which was to say a picture of the Haka saying, the greatest spectacle in sport.
Right.
Possibly.
Possibly, is that what I said?
The algorithm doesn't push that content in my face, unfortunately. Our next contestant today is hoping for a second consecutive Christmas without pubs being open. There is a genuine GA man sitting on a bar stool in Meath Hill right now who has been sitting there waiting for this contestant for almost 2 years now, eagerly waiting for the opportunity to give this man grief for packing up his bags, leaving for Clare and leaving his dreams of a Meath Intermediate Club Championship behind. Give it up for the Meath, well, formerly the Meath Hillbilly, Tommy Rooney.
I'm still a hillbilly. Oh, and there's a corner in the barracks, which is the pub in Meath Hill, and it's called the Bullshit Corner. You'd fit in well there.
Oh! Go on.
Wow.
No, you just would. It's a lovely. You walk in the door. The barracks is a gorgeous little pub in Meath Hill.
Wow.
I don't know if you boys have ever been there before.
No.
It's on the road.
We've not been there before.
Meath Hill.
Obviously not.
It's a beautiful red brick building, lovely pub, a couple of little snugs around the corner. There's a wee room out the back with a pool table, nice little bar. And just as you go in the door on the right hand side, when you get by the photograph of me on the wall, there's the Bullshit Corner.
Wow.
And what happens?
I'll bring you for a pint.
What happens
We
in that
go
corner,
in there
Tommy?
actually and point at the photo of you, Tommy, and say to the lads in the barracks, have you seen this man?
Is it a photograph of you like in studio, or what are they proudest of? Is it you in studio or are you in a jersey?
Oh, I'm in a jersey. I haven't seen it now in a wee while, but there's definitely one there at number 14 and Rooney on the back.
Right, well, you'll never be seen there again, to be honest. The photo's probably gone at this point. Just replaced with a photo of your dog or something like that. Our last contestant today swanned into the office.
Don't you say your dog. You had a photo with Bailey a few months ago. Don't you say that.
Oh, I'm like 100% being serious that your dog is like would be an upgrade on the wall. It's a phenomenal photogenic dog. Shout out Bailey. Our last contestant today swanned into the office today like Bowden Barrett himself after a heap of pints at the Guinness Storehouse. He looked across at his opponents and he knows exactly how this thing goes. He's confident, he's relentless, he's filled the power. Egan.
It didn't really work out that well for Bowden Barrett, so a precursor of what's going to happen.
Into there, we'd be grand.
As ever, the format is a classic crappy quiz with a series of questions and a range of themes, and it's on to the slip and slide of trivia, which is the rapid fire round. You can podcast the crappy quiz on otbsports.com or on the OTB Sports app, and if you're watching on YouTube, a thumbs up would be great. Also, any questions you have, can you send them via postcard, please, to Crappy Quiz Quizmaster, Off the Ball Towers, Marconi House, Diggs Lane, Dublin 2. Round 1 is the boring questions round. It is never multiple choice. Adrian, question 1 for you. 6 players have been in the matchday 23 on all 3 occasions for Ireland in their wins against the All Blacks. Can you name 4 of them?
And the match day at 23.
Yeah.
Cian Healy.
Yeah.
He didn't play in Chicago, I don't think. Okay. Peter O'Mahony.
No, Peter O'Mahony. No, it's Tyke Furlong.
Josh
Healy,
van der Fleer.
Josh van der Fleer. Gary Ringrose.
Carberry was hardly there for all 3.
Carberry was there for all 3, yeah.
Oh, he was.
And, of course, Jonathan Sexton.
Sexton, I would thought I'd missed one of them.
God, AB.
That was poor Tommy, wasn't it?
Well, I thought it was a banker for someone like yourself.
Yeah, it's a fair shot.
Tommy, question 1 to you. Croke Park will next summer play host to Garth Brooks. Can you name the last artist to perform a full gig at the venue?
Here. What sort of a question is that?
Slightly different than the one I got.
Jesus. The last one I was at was Bruce Springsteen back in May 2016.
7 in the Kenny.
Good GEA question.
He opened up with my favourite Bruce Springsteen song, by the way, which probably most of you probably don't know. Incident on 57th Street.
Give us the bar of it there. I'm not familiar with that one.
I'm not, but there's a 7-minute version live in Barcelona in 1993 that you should go check out when you get a chance. Last artist. It wasn't Atomic Kitten. Wasn't.
Come on, think. What was on your Instagram 2019?
Don't be giving him any hints now, come on.
Wasn't Girls Aloud. Spice Girls?
It wasn't Spice Girls. Spice Girls were the penultimate act to play there. There was another.
Westlife?
It was Westlife.
Oh.
Spice Girls and Westlife played there in 2019.
Should've got
Westlife
Westlife.
was the last one. Phil, question one for you. Who was the last full-time Rangers manager before Steven Gerrard?
You'll get this.
Okay. I think it was Pedro Cachina.
Correct. Phil Egan, off to a good start.
I think.
The pints in the storehouse. Yeah, no
that's
harm.
right.
I think.
Round 2 is the Who Got the Assist round. In this round, I'm going to give you a famous score and scorer from the sporting archives, and all you got to do is tell me who passed the ball to the player in question. Adrian, who passed the ball to Tommy Bowe for his try in the 2009 Grand Slam game against Wales? Iconic score, iconic commentary.
Just give this one a bit of thought.
What do you think?
You hardly have to give this
the name, which is not my answer, Jojo, unless it's the right one, and then you can jump in. The name that's in my head is Luke Fitzgerald. So, feel free to... I'm getting no indication from the box.
Your poker face has got better, Jojo.
Go on, Jojo. Like, have we a timer going here?
Yeah,
I know we're
let's
under
go
a
with
bit of
that.
time
Luke
crunch.
Fitzgerald.
No, it's not Luke Fitzgerald.
It's a no. Ronan O'Gara.
It is
no?
Ronald O'Gara. Tommy was right. It was an iconic score. He kicks the ball across the pitch.
Ah, yeah.
Tommy
Scoops it.
Bowe.
Tommy, who passed the ball to Owen Mulligan for his goal against the Dubs in 05? Yeah, I think this is actually the hardest one of the 3 questions now in
Well,
hindsight.
they'll be giving them any hints now.
I don't think where the ball comes
Well,
from.
it's just
Does it
like
come from-
Owen Mulligan makes the score himself, so like the assist actually isn't that.
Does it come from the sideline, Owen, under the canal end?
Well, you don't. You just
On the-
let's not
on the
worry about where it
left-hand
came
forward.
from. That's
No.
there's no extra
That doesn't-
information. There's
like
no
I-
extra information.
That
There's no
question you're
response to
asking
that.
there, that question that Tommy's asking, it's not going to happen one bit.
Was it Brian McGuigan?
It wasn't Brian McGuigan. It was Stephen O'Neill who passed him the ball. Phil, who passed the ball to Steven Gerrard when he scored against AC Milan to begin the comeback in the 2005 Champions League final?
Get out the door.
Specialist topic. I mean, this is on.
What?
Phil watches this game at least once a week.
That's
Come on.
outrageous.
It was across from the left from John Arnorisa.
Like, Phil has a still of every single second of that photograph of that
Yeah,
game.
sorry
around
guys,
us.
that was unfair.
That was
What's going on?
Yeah, no, sorry, I'll put my hands up.
Classic Clive.
I'll put my hands up.
Clive
That was-
Tilsey. Hello.
Like, he needs absolutely no help. This lad.
That was favouritism
Like,
for
Give him
me.
a tap.
Myself and Adrian should have got our questions right,
Yeah.
but like that was so easy. for
Agreed.
Phil.
Round 3 is the Pass the Parcel of Doom round. It
that's
is
a
time
great
for
round.
another edition of the hottest new invention of 2021. You know the drill at this stage. I give you a category that involves a list of names, and all you got to do is give me a name that matches the list, and the Parcel of Doom passes on to the next contestant, who then also has to give me a name. We will keep moving through the list until one of you give me an incorrect answer, at which point that person will be eliminated. People have got really wound up about people getting deducted 1 point, so you'll be eliminated, and then the next person gets eliminated, and the person who doesn't get eliminated gets rewarded 1 point because people
Okay.
just couldn't deal with the minus numbers.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Just goes to show the lack of broad thinking in this office that the minus numbers managed to throw the
negative.
entire quiz off.
Very
What?
negative.
I wasn't listening there. What's changed?
We'll bring you along, Tommy. We'll
You keep
explain
going,
as
Tommy.
we go.
If you could tune in there anytime soon, that'd be.
I was trying to concentrate. I was trying to get myself ready.
Adrian,
What?
Can you
Parcel of Doom.
name a player who has scored a hat-trick since the beginning of the 2020-21 season in the Premier League? So the beginning of last season to now, anyone who scored a Premier League hat-trick.
Son.
Son is correct. Next up is Tommy.
Oh my god. Salah.
Yeah. Phil.
Jamie Vardy.
Jamie Vardy is correct. Adrian.
Ronaldo.
No, you're.
But he's going not in the Premier League.
Yeah, he scored twice in his debut, didn't he? But that was it.
That's disappointing.
You're eliminated.
Other options.
But good thing is you don't get deducted a point because it's so different now that we're not doing
Scant
that.
cancellation on, but
Tommy.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is not correct. Harry Kane has not scored a hat-trick since the start of last season. So Phil, to earn the point.
Oh, he has to complete the.
Oh, he has to. He does.
Yeah, let's do it because everybody has to.
We're playing off the
Absolutely.
hoof here, Phil.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like
Okay,
it.
so I need to come up with somebody that has scored a hat-trick.
Yeah,
I
let's-
need...
I like that. That's a good.
Yeah,
it's
let's-
How
starting
long does it
to
get
make
here?
a bit of
Like,
sense now.
like we had to go pretty quickly there.
Thanks,
We
Adrian.
stumbled into this, but
I'm
thank
going
you.
to go
Sport
with...
shopping things.
Here, time.
I
Time.
think Gabriel Jesus.
No, he bottled it at the end, so nobody gets a point in that case. The list in
Aubameyang?
Aubameyang.
I was going to go for him before I went for Ronaldo.
Yeah, Aubameyang did score a hat-trick even though
Honestly,
he hasn't
damn
been good.
it.
Gareth Bale scored a hat-trick. Patrick Bamford, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Bruno Fernandes, Roberto Firmino,
Fernandes.
Bruno.
Kelechi Iheanacho, Josh King, Riyad Mahrez, Mason Mount, Ferran Torres, Ollie Watkins and Chris Wood, along with the names that you've mentioned, have all scored hat-tricks since the beginning of
list.
last season. So what we're going to do is you will get the point if you've answered the same amount of questions as everybody else or if you've given the same number of names. So that's why we came back
So
to
we get
Phil
a
there.
point each.
No one scores there. Tommy,
Oh.
okay, you'll start us off here. Can you name an all-star footballer of the year since 2000?
Andy Moran.
Andy Moran is correct. Phil,
So footballer of the year.
footballer, yeah.
Okay, Bernard Brogan.
Bernard Brogan is correct. Adrian,
Fenton.
Fenton, yeah, twice. Tommy,
Michael Darmacaulay.
Michael Darmacaulay is correct.
Declan O'Sullivan.
No, Declan O'Sullivan did not win footballer of the year.
Well, that's a joke.
You know what? You're right.
Well, he could have. He could have. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Come on, AB, just
Galvin?
give up.
Galvin, yeah. Maybe he
Kieran
stole it
Donaghy.
from Declan. What was that? Donaghy, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, Declan.
Phil.
No, Phil's gone.
Gone.
Sorry, Adrian.
Yeah.
Just a reaction there. Head to head.
My name's hopping around now. Did he win it last year?
Do you know what I'd say? Tommy has all these on the back of his in the back of his mind somewhere. So I'd say you're under pressure here.
I'm toggling here, but I'm
Listen,
going to
For the
go.
football pod, I have a list of who to get.
I'll go with Lee Keegan.
Lee Keegan is correct. Tommy,
Does it include the year 2000?
yeah,
Seamus Moynihan.
correct. Adrian,
He's googled that.
Yeah. typing
I'm
the
toggling
screen.
between two Kerry names, and
We've
I'll
actually named all the Kerry players.
go with.
We even named ones that didn't get it.
Did he win it? No, I'm going to go with James.
Hammers is a good shout. Yeah. Tommy,
Stephen O'Neill.
Stephen O'Neill is correct. Adrian, back to you.
You're ruining me here.
We've got through a lot of them, lads. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're halfway through.
Only halfway through. Oh.
Well, actually, no, it's been what, 21 years? 20, not 20 years, it's done.
Can I ask if somebody's been mentioned previously?
Yeah, go for it.
Colin Cooper.
Colin Cooper hasn't been mentioned previously.
Colin Cooper.
No, famously never won Footballer of the Year.
Oh, AB.
Tommy, you get the point because you've answered the same number of questions. But what would you have gone for next?
What would I have gone for next? I was.
It's a load of obvious ones. I'll go through them.
I mentioned Lee
don't
Keegan.
do it.
I would have probably gone for 12 was.
Carl Lacey.
Carl Lacey.
12
no-
was Lacey.
no one
I would have gone for
mentions-
Dooher. Is
Clifford?
Dooher in
No,
there?
Dooher never won it.
Clifford won it a couple
They were
years ago.
Clifford didn't win it. Alan Brogan wasn't mentioned. Sean Kavanagh. Stephen Cluxton wasn't mentioned.
Kavanagh's
Carl
an
Lacey.
awfulness.
Jack McCaffrey. Stephen McDonald. Kieran
year
McGeady.
was
Declan Meehan.
Cluxton again?
Mark O'Shea. Tomas O'Shea. Go on.
What year was Cluxton again?
Cluxton was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
I was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
mention
19,
Cluxton.
wasn't
I thought famously he's never won it. There we go.
Where did you leave out Dermot Connolly?
Phil,
Oh wow.
you're leading us off here. This one I suspect will be a hard one to get. Books that have been awarded the William Hill Sports Book of the Year award since it was first given out in 1989.
Oh my God! I can honestly say I may as well just walk out of the studio now because
Those pints in the storehouse,
I do not read books.
right? What do you do with your spare time?
I watch games.
You watch football?
I watch games. The Andy Lee one, what was that called again? Great book.
Presumably you just got
Yeah,
generally
sorry, if you say Andy
No,
Lee,
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
He has to
you
name
have
the
to say,
book.
Tommy, come on.
No, come on.
Let's fair is fair.
It doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter. It's incorrect. You're out straight away.
Tommy, pipe down. I'm next up.
Adrian, you're next.
Matt Hampson's Paul Kimmage book.
That is what year was that again?
It's like 10 years ago, maybe.
Adrian, were you on the panel to do this before?
Not the William Hill book. No.
Not the William Hill. I just want to make sure that this is correct. I don't think that's.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's correct.
I mean, it is definitely correct.
That it won William Hill Sports Book of the Year.
I think I can actually even remember the photograph.
Well,
Oh, and you can Google there, can't you?
yeah, but I'm going to just do a quick Control F here. No, Kimmage didn't win it twice.
With Samson. Yeah.
Did you say win it twice?
Yeah.
Was that the question?
No.
No.
No. Sorry,
Come
Adrian,
on.
you're wrong. You're wrong. Sorry, you're wrong. It didn't. I'm looking for winners. I'm
Do
looking
I
for
gotta go
winners.
here?
It
Do
didn't
I
win
gotta
it. It
go?
got shortlisted. Tommy.
For Christ's sake.
Tommy, to take the point.
Back from the brink, Paul McGrath, Vincent Hogan.
No.
No.
Tony McCoy's autobiography.
Nobody scores anything. We're done straight away.
McCoy's autobiography.
It's
Am I right about that?
So is
me
Rough
just-
Ride in there?
Rough Ride was in there, yeah.
Oh,
but none of
Jesus,
you
how is
got
Back
there.
from the
Load
Brink
of old
not in
bollocks, Tommy.
Very quickly, going to race through these from
Well
89
read,
all the way up
Murphy.
to the current.
You don't need to give us them all. Give us a.
Yeah, true. Rough Riders on Muhammad Ali's Life and Times, Thomas Hauser, Nick Hornby, Fever Pitch was in there. Football Against the Enemy was in there. A Good Walk Spoiled was in there. Dark Tread by Donald McRae was in there.
Back from the brink, 2006 winner. What are you on about?
You're looking at the wrong Sportsbook Awards, Tommy, I suspect.
William Hill, Sports Book of the Year, 2006.
2006, I'm saying Unforgivable Blackness, The Rise and Fall of Jack Johnson by Jeffrey Ward is the winner.
This
the winners.
quiz, this
2006.
round, this question.
William Hill, Irish Sports Book
Are
of the
we
Year.
talking about Irish sports books, lads?
No, we're not. We're talking about the William Hill Sports Book
Oh
of
no,
the Year.
already knows he's on
The-
shaky ground.
the
there.
William
You're
Hill
joking.
Sports
But you and I were
Oh,
both in there,
that's-
Tommy. We both.
Tommy-
You're joking, Owen.
We should both
Tommy,
get a point.
Tommy,
You never
we-
said Irish. You never.
yeah, I
It
didn't
would've
say
been-
Irish.
It would have been specified.
That's the whole point. I didn't say Irish. The William Hill Sports Book of the Year is the UK one which Irish books have entered and won in the past. It is the peak of the sports book industry awards. And
Tommy and myself should have got a point there anyway.
no, you shouldn't. It was an unforgivable lack of
that one of
knowledge
the books,
of
Unforgivable?
your own subject. Round 4 is the Fun Free Magic number round. Contestants get
What's
3
the score?
points for getting the number exactly right. It's Phil 2, Tommy 1, Adrian 0. If no one manages that, the nearest contestant who doesn't go bust gets 2 points. The second closest gets 1 point. I can only accept the answer that's written on your paper, and I'm also going to have to ask for your pens once the music ends. So if you don't mind, give us the following number. The number of managers that have already lost their jobs this Premier League season, plus the number of senior goals Chidozie Ogbene has scored for the Republic of Ireland, plus the number of goals the Republic of Ireland conceded in their 2022 World Cup qualification campaign, plus the number of drivers' championships won by Lewis Hamilton so far in his career. Your 30 seconds expire when Sinatra sings Bright Shiny Beads. So the number of Premier League managers that have already lost their job this season, plus the number of senior goals that Bene has scored for Ireland, the number of goals Ireland conceded in their World Cup qualification campaign, and how many Formula One Drivers' Championships has Lewis Hamilton won. Add them all up. What do you get?
Bubbles, bangles, bright
Tommy, we'll go to you first here.
20.
20. Phil.
22.
22. Adrian.
28.
28. The answer is 22. Phil Egan. 3 points. That's how he does it, you know. That's how he does it. Take us through this, Phil. The number of managers that have lost their jobs in the Premier League?
5.
5. Munoz, Bruce, Nuno, Fark, Smith. Ogbene scored how many goals?
2.
Yeah. How many goals did Ireland concede?
8.
And
8.
Lewis Hamilton?
7.
7.
There you go, 22. Phil Egan on 5, Tommy on 1, Adrian on 0. This is a story as old as time. Our winner tonight will be decided in the round that separates the men from the boys, the Jason Knights from the Jason Stathams. It's a no theme in particular, ridiculously easy rapid fire round. The score you get in this round will be added to your score in the previous round. There will be 40 seconds for everyone to answer from the same set of questions. If you get a question correct, I'll keep asking you a question. That's you, Phil, at the start, and then on to Tommy, and then on to Adrian. And I'll deduct you a point and move on to the next person if you get one wrong. So, Phil Egan, are you ready?
Yep.
Your 40 seconds starts now. Where will Euro 2024 take place?
Germany.
Correct. What club does Lee Keegan play for?
Castlebar. Or Westport.
Tommy, who knocked Bowes out of Europe this season? Who knocked Bowes out of Europe this season?
Doodle-Lange.
Pau. Who managed the Irish women's national team before Vera Pau, Adrian?
Bell.
Correct. Who stepped down as Currafin senior manager this week?
Pádraig Joyce.
No, Kevin O'Brien. Andy Carroll has signed a short-term deal with which club, Phil?
Reading.
Correct. In what year will Ireland co-host the T20 Cricket World Cup?
2030.
Correct. Who did Cork beat in this year's All-Ireland hurling semi-final?
Kilkenny.
Correct. Eileen Gleeson left Ireland to take charge of which club?
Glasgow City.
Absolutely. Phil, you get to 9, and that is one hell of a score. Phil Egan is this week's Crappy Quiz champion. What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm sorry, Lee. I'm sorry. I know you play for Westport.
Say, Phil, that's close to home.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well done, Phil.
Yeah. So that was good.
He's not even getting enjoyment out of this anymore. He's too good.
He's like Brian Fenton earlier on. He's like, he's going to turn up at the primary schools around the country, around Mayo after this, and they'll just be like, yeah, whatever, Phil.
I'm already thinking of the next one.
If you see this man, do not let him. The one thing is, though, Phil, you need to put your money where your mouth is now and actually hammer home this by winning the Big Fat Crappy Quiz of the Year, Big Crap Crappy Quiz of the Year, which is coming to you during Christmas week. It would be a bottle job on your part where you to
the worry
be on this
there
run
is,
and not delivering that. So we'll see how that goes next month.
You could fatigue.
We gotta go, boys.
I'm peaking right now. Like,
yeah.
that's my worry. The Christmas period is very busy.
You're coming back.
That's it. Thanks for joining us on the Crappy Quiz.